يا جمال النيل والخرطوم بالليل. A letter to someone I once knew. Dear Sudan, I spent a lot of time thinking about you, conceptualizing why your image was not one of the resilience I read about in the books. I have a lot to ask you, like, is it true that your men have 17 shades of sand in their skin? Is it true that you have a backbone made of ivory tusks? Do your women still wear their hair around their waist and musk around their necks?
Dearest, I have so much to tell you, but you have so much sand in your ears and blood on your palms to listen. But I'll tell you anyways. I'm deeply hurt, agonized by the tormented dreams I endure of you each night. I picture you in your blossoming days, an elusive image when your men and women were free.
Free to bask in the sunlight without the fear of ever being scorched to ash. Free to carry as much melanin in their skin without the fear of bullets.
Dearest, I know you. My father spoke to me of your olden days when your air smelled thick with jazz and the oud strums of Wardi, with the Lamin, Abu Sid, as they sung.
Sung of the deeply rooted sense of identity, what it's like to be from the Paris of the Middle East, to grow tabelli in their backyard and jasmine in their patios.
Dearest, it could have been me. It could have been me attempting to escape those dark-cloaked nights. Nights who were armed with weapons of hate that heard no plea. Devils on horsebacks, or as they call them, the Janjaweed.
And at the sight of the bloodstained sea, had my skin been slightly darker, had my birthplace fallen to the western side of Darfur, Sudan, I think and I ponder, I shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't know asphalt rivers more than I know the Nile. My tongue shouldn't be so familiar with these ABCs. I shouldn't carry so much sea salt underneath my fingernails or know the Atlantic that separates us all too well.
No, I shouldn't have stood there at the age of 6, wondering why those whom surrounded me looked nothing like me. I felt hurt. I felt that I'd been plucked way too soon from where I was originally planted, before my roots comfortably became accustomed to the sweet dirt of your land. I stood there and listened to the words these kids uttered so easily. As the words slipped from their tongue, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America.
I became perplexed at why my heart ached at the sound of a song my lips would never know how to sing well.
Dearest, they tell me you are broken beyond repair, but I know you. I know you by all the names you no longer let anyone call you with, like Ya Watan,
Home,
Ard al-Khair,
land so eager to give and give and give.
Samah al-Shaq al-Nil Nilan,
Beautiful in the way you dance and break into two before meeting in the Mediterranean Sea.
Ya Kush, Ya Nabta, Ya Mamlakat al-Ahrar.
Full to your brim with free men and proud women.
I know you by the colors that do not kill or are too ashamed to bleach themselves. Dark and proud. Dark and proud, carrying their roots in their scalp and in their skin.
I know you nappy. I know you wild and I know you free. I know you dark like the midnight sky and bright like the moon on the eve of its eclipse. Beautiful and resilient in all the shades you carry in your belly.
Dearest, I know you do not mean to dump so many men into the Mediterranean or to stop being home. I know now why you've stuffed so much sand in your ears.
I think it's because you have grown tired of hearing the growls of hungry stomachs, the pleas carried on open palms of young beggars and sidewalks. I think it is because you are sick of the blood gushing out of your warid.
Dearest, they call you destruction.
Hell on earth,
Rough around the edges.
void of hope.
Unknown and in need of a medically induced coma so that they can study while you still breathe and dance upright even though they've tried to beat the identities out of you over and over and over again.
They ask me why you're different, why you seem to consume my every thought, and why I refuse to drain your pain out of my veins. But I tell them that I know you better. I know you better. I know you to be more than the lullaby CNN tries to hum the world to sleep with. And so I tell them.
I tell them, I do not wish to look like them. I cannot iron the crinkles of your name out of my spine because I am a timeline. I am a timeline of the rise and fall of empires trying to tame the Nile. I am built of the bark of trees that have fought 56 wars and still came out standing. My skin is a palette.
My tongue, a notebook.
My hips, music.
My hair, rivers of life, love, and a few more songs of expatriatism.
Dearest,
I have so much to tell you.
if you would just listen,
I would tell you.
I am sorry and I forgive you.
Yours always, the girls who once knew you.